New reaction and details tonight into the horrific murder-suicide involving Virginia's former Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax and his wife, Dr. Cerina Fairfax. Police say around midnight Thursday, Justin Fairfax shot Cerina several times in the family's Annandale home, killing her. Moments later, he shot and killed himself. That is where we begin this evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Eun Yang. The tragedy came amidst a contentious divorce. Child custody had just been granted to Cerina, while Justin had been ordered to move out of the family's home by the end of this month. People who knew and loved Cerina are remembering her today as bright and caring. They've left flowers outside of her dental practice today. Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Drew Wilder has new details tonight on this tragic act of violence.
New video tonight shows the moments after the tragedy inside the home of the former lieutenant governor. A neighbor shared video with News 4 that were blurring, showing the two children moments after leaving the house where police say Justin Fairfax shot and killed his wife, Dr. Cerina Fairfax, before turning the gun on himself. Cerina was a dentist at an office on Lee Highway. Today, patients dropped flowers at the foot of a closed office door and dropped by to pay their respects.
I've never had a healthcare provider that would talk to me for like an hour about, everything, and she was just a really great healthcare provider.
Sounds like you connected with her more than most people would connect with a medical professional.
Yeah.
What does that say about who she was, do you think?
I mean, from my perspective, she was just a wonderful human being.
As the investigation continues, we're learning more about what was going on inside of the home for the last several years. Cerina had filed for divorce last summer, saying Justin had slipped into alcoholism and self-isolation, detaching himself from the family following the 2019 allegations of sexual abuse against him, allegations which he was never charged for. New images from court tonight show piles of cigarette butts outside of the family's home. Cerina telling the court there were times when Justin would only poke out of his isolation to smoke and grab more alcohol, while the two continued living in their Annandale home with their two teenage kids.
It definitely sounds like it was a messy divorce. They probably shouldn't have been living together, but there's so many reasons why people do.
Joey Kirschgessner is a family law attorney licensed to practice in Virginia. He did not work on the Fairfax family case, a case that was set to move forward next week, though there were ongoing disputes that complicated the case. In Virginia, parents seeking divorce must show the court 12 months of separation prior to being legally divorced. That separation date was in contention, which Kirschgessner says becomes common with disputes over money and assets.
If you have a 401k that's worth $100,000 on one day, but then on another day, 2 months later, there's a huge spike and now it's worth $200,000. Well, that makes a big difference of when your separation date is. What are you splitting, right?
Police say the two children were at home at the time of the shootings, and they're now with their grandparents as detectives work to piece together the tragedy that left them without their mom and dad. Reporting in Fairfax County, Drew Wilder, News 4.